the wall. Trout leaps up, and he got it! Are you serious? That's driven out to left field. At the wall. Gone! A walk-off big fly for Mike Trout. Right there, baby.
Get it. You have got to be kidding me. He pulled it back, then flipped the script. He crushes a ball deep to left field, way back to the wall, and that is a walk-off bomb. Just like that baby, he makes the impossible look routine. We all know the destruction he causes on the diamond, but his life away from the stadium lights is definitely not what you would expect. Let's dive in. We have to kick things off with his origin story and the insane start to his journey. Michael Nelson Trout arrived on August 7th, 1991 in Vineland, New Jersey, born to parents Jeff and Debbie. Baseball is literally in his DNA. He grew up with two older siblings, and his father Jeff was a professional ball player himself, selected as a 5th-round draft pick by the Minnesota Twins way back in 1983. Growing up, Trout bled red and white as a die-hard Philadelphia Phillies fanatic, and he was right there in the crowd celebrating at their World Series parade in 2008. In his youth baseball days, he wasn't roaming the outfield yet. He was actually a shortstop wearing the number 2 jersey to pay homage to his ultimate childhood idol, the captain Derek Jeter. Trout took his talents to Millville Senior High School in Millville, New Jersey, where he was a dual-sport athlete. He dominated in both baseball and basketball. During his junior year on the diamond, he actually threw a no-hitter. By his senior year, he shifted to the outfield and smashed 18 home runs, setting a New Jersey high school record. The summer before that senior season, Trout showed up at the area code games in Southern California. This was the turning point where he crossed paths with Angels scout Greg Morehart. Fast forward to the following month, and the Angels made the smartest move in franchise history, selecting Trout 25th overall in the 2009 MLB Draft. The announcement rang out: the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim select Michael Trout. He launched his professional career fresh out of high school, starting in the rookie-level Arizona League. His ascent was rapid, promoted to Single-A, and then crushing it in Double-A by 2011. Then in July of that year, the trajectory of the Angels franchise shifted forever. Center fielder Peter Burgos suffered a hamstring injury while rounding second base, opening a door that would never close. To fill the roster spot, the Angels made the call to bring up the phenom Mike Trout. Let's take a quick high-octane tour through a career that looks like a video game. Trout notched his first major league hit in just his second game, showing off his speed with a bunt down the third base line, beating the throw for an infield single. Just a week later, he gave the fans a taste of his power, driving a pitch deep to left field. This one had serious distance sailing over the fence for a 3-run Jimmy Jack, the very first big league home run for the kid who would become King Fish. But he wasn't just a bat, he was a defensive wizard. By 2012, he was making jaws drop. A ball smashed towards straightaway center field sent Trout to the wall. He leaped up, defied gravity, and robbed a guaranteed home run. The very next month, he somehow outdid himself. Another rocket to left center field. Trout times the jump perfectly and pulls it back again. First he robbed J.J. Hardy, then Gordon Beckham. And because he is simply that good, a month later against the Tigers, he tracked another deep drive, drifted back, and bam, snagged it. Just like that baby, he finished that season by easily winning the Rookie of the Year award. He kicked off the 2013 campaign with a massive milestone, his first career grand slam. He obliterated a breaking ball to straightaway center, leaving everyone just looking up in awe. That offseason, he inked a 1-year deal worth $1 million. But the Angels knew they had a generational talent, so before the season even began, they locked him down with a massive 6-year extension worth $144.5 million. How did he celebrate the payday? By absolutely crushing this baseball. He hammered a shot towards center field in Kansas City, a towering moonshot that cleared everything and landed in the fountains. That was pure Bo Jackson territory. The Angels finally made the postseason that year, the first time in Trout's career. Tragically, as we move through 2026, that remains his only postseason appearance. Since 2014, pundits have named him the #1 player in baseball multiple times, and his glove work has firmly cemented those claims as fact. Watch this play where the ball is hammered to center a towering shot. Trout chases it to the fence, leaps up, and brings it back from the other side. Oh my goodness, he is superhuman. Just when you think you have seen it all, he tops himself the following year. First pitch deep drive to center. Trout drifts back, climbs the ladder, and robs Leonys Martin of a grand slam. But in 2019, he broke the bank. Trout put pen to paper on a staggering 12-year contract worth $426 million with the Angels. At that specific moment, it was the richest contract in the entire history of North American sports. While injuries have unfortunately plagued him since the 2020 season, he still commands respect. In 2023, he was named captain of the United States national team for the World Baseball Classic. He led the Stars and Stripes all the way to the final match. However, the US ultimately fell to Japan in a cinematic ending where Trout struck out against his then Angels teammate Shohei Ohtani. It came down to a full count 3-2. Ohtani threw the sweeper, struck him out, and put Japan back on top of the baseball world. Looking ahead before the 2026 season, Trout announced a major change. He declared he would be moving to right field or taking more DH reps in a desperate effort to finally stay healthy. Now let's peek at the bank account and see how he spends that massive fortune. When you sign one of the biggest contracts in history, you are going to pick up some toys. He started his car collection with a sleek Mercedes AMG, but he actually totaled that $170,000 car in a highway accident. Later on, he upgraded to a Corvette Stingray and a heavy-duty Chevy Silverado, which set him back a combined total of around $117,000. He is also big on generosity, gifting his mom an Infiniti QX80 SUV for Mother's Day. But let's be real, the houses are where the real money went. Just months after securing that record-breaking deal, Trout bought a mansion in Newport Beach, California. He paid an insane $9.15 million for the property. It is a palace fit for a king. The estate features 6 bedrooms, a massive in-ground pool, and a luxury spa. But let's shift gears to his personal life, and trust me, this part is going to surprise you. Back in 2014, when Mike Trout signed that first 8-figure contract, most people assumed he would instantly go out and buy a massive mega mansion. Instead, he kept it incredibly simple. He continued living in his parents' basement in their modest New Jersey home. Despite being one of the highest paid athletes on earth, Trout preferred his mom's home-cooked meals and hanging out with the family. His hometown roots run deep. That is also where he met his other half, Jessica Cox. They started dating in high school, and Mike eventually proposed to her in dramatic fashion in 2016. They tied the knot the following year, and together they are raising 2 sons. It is important to note that Jessica has been the rock and constant supporter throughout Trout's entire career. Mike also became best friends with Jessica's brother, Aaron Cox. Aaron was a talented pitcher himself, grinding through the Los Angeles Angels minor league system. Tragically, Aaron passed away in 2018 at the young age of 24, a loss that deeply affected Trout. To honor his memory, Mike continues to wear cleats with AC written on them during games. In the friendship department, he is super tight with quarterback Carson Wentz and used to attend every single Philadelphia Eagles home game back when Wentz was under center. He still holds season tickets to this day and remains a die-hard Eagles fanatic. Cornerback Darius Slay even gifted him a touchdown ball as a souvenir. His inner circle also includes legends like Albert Pujols, Bryce Harper, and Shohei Ohtani. When he is not mashing baseballs, Trout is obsessed with golf, often hitting the links with teammates and pros. He also loves hunting, fishing, and gaming in his downtime. But here is the wildest fact most people don't know: that Mike considers himself an amateur meteorologist and loves chasing storms in the off-season. Even the roughest roads are no match for his setup. And get this, he was literally gifted a personal weather balloon because he is that obsessed with storms. But his coolest asset, he owns the bragging rights to the single most expensive sports card ever sold in history. His signed draft prospects rookie card was limited to just 1 single copy in existence, and when it hit the market, it sold for a record-breaking fortune that stunned the collecting world. But not everyone is a fan of his style. Commissioner Rob Manfred publicly called Mike Trout out, claiming the star wasn't doing enough to market himself or grow the sport. Manfred stated that Trout actively chooses to hoard his time. Manfred implied that Trout's low profile was dragging down baseball's popularity, suggesting that if the star really wanted to, he could step into the spotlight and sacrifice way more of his personal freedom for the league. The Angels and Trout's team fired back, instantly arguing that he connects with fans in ways that feel 100% genuine to him, rather than acting like a puppet in excessive manufactured media appearances. The drama runs deeper though. Many fans speculate that Manfred's jab at Trout's marketing was actually a petty, subtle counterattack after Trout voiced his intense disappointment with the commissioner's leadership. Trout had slammed Manfred's decision not to punish the Astros players caught in the massive sign-stealing scandal. He went on record saying, "I don't agree with the punishments," specifically hating that the players got zero consequences. By questioning how the MLB mishandled that situation, he likely made an enemy in the commissioner's office. But despite the politics, you have to respect the payout. You are going to love these financial stats. Mike Trout has stacked up a monumental income through his record-breaking MLB contracts and heavyweight endorsements. He is not just playing, he is earning like a king. As of 2026, his net worth sits at a massive $70 million, and his total career earnings to date have hit a staggering $393,190,000. $90,000, that is a whole lot of zeros.